His name is Derek, and he's been climbing for a year and a half, 2 years on the weekends, and he's got some stuff really figured out pretty well, but he asked me to just tag along on this job and just be up in a tree with him and see if I can help him and give him any pointers along the way. So it's gonna be a really cool job. I think you guys will enjoy it. I think there's an opportunity for us all to learn a little bit of something here. The first thing we're gonna do is get our ropes up in the tree. Derek's got this slingshot here. It's got a little weight in the pouch, and there's a string that goes down, a whole box of string right here. And when he shoots that weight up into the tree, all that string is gonna go stringing up into the tree. All right, we're gonna tie our climbing rope onto the string. The string is super strong stuff. Is this Dynaglide?
Yes.
All right, Dynaglide has 1,000-pound breaking strength. That's probably only when it's new. I've definitely broke it with my own body weight before trying to yank a rope up through a tree.
I've seen guys use throw line to pull trees over with as like their...
That's wild. I have seen people use throw lines to pull dead branches out of trees in certain scenarios. That's appropriate. So what's happened is we've got that string pulling the rope up over a branch and then back down on the other side. And we're gonna anchor the end of that rope to the tree, and that gives us a solid rope to climb on. And that's how we'll ascend into the tree to begin our work. All right, this is how Derek's gonna go up the rope. Gee whiz. He's got a sender on his foot and a sender on his opposing knee. Oh yeah, I can hold down for you. And just like that, he's gonna march all the way up to the top of the tree, then he'll set a rope for me, and I'll follow him up. I've got a little bit different setups than Derek with only 1 foot of sender and then another tether on my other leg. Got a couple videos about this if you wanna check them out. I'll put them in the description. We're gonna give the new Akimbo device a try today. It belongs to Derek, but he's letting me try it. I'll let you know what I think at the end of the day. I always like to start the day with a nice easy rig just to get everybody on the same page. We could probably free fall this limb, but because it'd be kind of a high risk free fall with the fence out there, and it would be a super low risk rig, the rope was right here. We chose to tie the rope on. Derek's gonna cut it off here in a minute. We're gonna swing it down nice and easy. Yeah, I'm fine. Oh boy.
All right, good start to the whole process.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to get used to not doing all the cutting. I gotta figure out how to not be in the way, I guess. That was 100% my fault. I knew that was a possibility, and I thought, oh, well, you know, the rope will run a little bit and the piece will be lower. I should have prepared for any potential situation, and I didn't, and it serves me right. Thankfully, not a big deal. There wasn't a lot of velocity in it, and everything's all good. But when I said we're all gonna learn something today, I meant we're all gonna learn something today. I climbed up my spar here a little bit further, and I'm gonna cut the tops out of it here. Just gonna let them free fall into this area here. Gonna drop a couple of these chunks. We'll see if we can get them to land flat. Haha, cowabunga. Okay, I'm gonna send another while you're all clear. Very nice, very nice. Now, Derek, I'm not here to pick on you, but I saw you use,
One hand?
I saw you use one hand, I saw you use two hands, and I think that might just be a little bit of a habit that you have developed where you might be just one-handed simply where it's comfortable and where you can actually two-hand, where you have the stability to do two hands.
Okay.
So that might be something that if you want me to, I can try to say something to help you remember, but I also don't want to make you mad, or nah, what do I want to say?
You're not going to make me mad. What's
I don't want to frustrate you with constant reminders you don't want.
No, I need to get, I got to do a better, like getting into a better comfortable position, you know? Sometimes
Yeah.
I like have a security blanket up.
That every time I've seen you, you got a hand on the rope, which is a comfort thing, I think, and it just makes you feel better. Now that Derek has cut the tops out of that branch, he's gonna tie it up here above the center of gravity of the limb. He's gonna go down there to where the limb is attached to the tree, make a couple precise cuts, and we're gonna use a winch that's mounted on the bottom of the tree to pull on that rope and stand that piece up. And it'll be nice and gentle, and it won't go flying around like our lighter pieces did, because this piece weighs a lot more. Now Derek's got that face cut angled sideways more than straight up because we have to get the tip of this log around this other branch here. If it does hit that, it's not too far away, it'll still work out, but if we can get to come past, it'll be just a nicer rigging scenario.
Yeah, so go ahead and pre-tension. Left, if it spins to the left, that's 40 to 1. If it spins to the right, I think it's 16 to 1. So 40 to 1 will get you more power, but won't do it as fast. So I always recommend going to the left. That way you're not halfway through it and then it wants to like fork out on you. All right, that should be good. All right, go ahead and start drilling. Okay, stop. I'll cut it off.
All right, it looks like our rope's stuck on another nub or something on the other side of that limb. Not much we can do about it, but it's gonna come off at some point, so we'll just be ready for it. There it is. Nice and gentle. It's still stuck on that nub, and there's still a chance that it could come off at a bad time. But for now, it's hanging on, and it might stay there the whole way down.
Okay, just keep away from the being underneath it.
Yeah, looks like it's gonna stay. That's gonna work out. Very nice. Oh, there we go, it slipped off. Couldn't have been a better time though. So Derek, when you cut your hinge off on a piece like that, if you cut off kind of strategic, like one side to the other, sometimes you can still get that piece to swing a little bit farther towards your rigging point. Sometimes, not always. That one wasn't gonna go anymore because of that nub, but that sometimes can help reduce any further swinging and dynamic loading. Derek's got our rigging spar almost all cleaned off. We're gonna leave the top in it for now. He'll cut that chunk off of there and just let it fall. Our next piece is gonna be this big long one that reaches way out over the house. We're gonna lift it all the way up in just one piece. We're gonna rig that whole thing out, one go. My job is gonna be to run out on the limb and tie the rope out beyond the balance point, and then Derek will make the cuts. like that you're changing your position between cuts to get good positions. That's good. Can you put 2 hands on there? There you go. Hey, that was flat. Now I just gotta get back to the tree through this jungle of stuff. All right, we're all set up on this limb. Derek's ready to make the cuts. Putting a little bit of pre-tension in the limb just to get the weight off of the wood that's holding the limb up here. I'm gonna put a little tension in the rope. It's gonna lift that tip just a little bit. That way when Derek makes the cuts, it won't pinch his saw. We want that limb to get all the way into upward position before that face cut closes. That way the limb is exactly where we need it before we cut it off. All right, that limb has settled a little bit and pinched his saw. He's asking for a little more tension, so we'll lift up on that tip a little bit more. There it goes. I think that might be enough cut in there. Oh, your cuts aren't aligned? You can make a new one. Oh, you're committed already, Derek. Get separated on the other side. That's why it's pinching you. Yep. You're not gonna get any more cutting done. I'd say try to get your saw out of there and get yourself out of the way just in case it doesn't go to plan. So what's happened is Derek got his cuts misaligned just a little bit, and so the hinge wood isn't quite what we'd prefer, but it's gonna work out, I think.
It should be.
What are we waiting on down there?
He says torquing out.
Oh, you might have to crank by hand.
Nope, that's the wrong way. Okay, do it again to the left.
The Milwaukee drill just barely doesn't have what it takes.
All right, you're gonna have to crank by hand.
The wind's not helping us. We got a little bit of a breeze. It's wanting to blow that limb around the tree.
Because this limb is cracking underneath. You gotta push a button on the side somewhere. On the back, it's a twistable knob. Oh, Frank brought pizza. Told my wife. There's a little switch on the very back side of it, Isaiah. Up right where your thumb is. You just flip that switch left or right and it'll let it go in the hole. Yeah. As you put it in, twist it one way or the other. There you go. Yep, now start cranking. You're gonna get tired here, I'm sure. You can try the other way if you want. That's your call.
Get out of there. Because that way that hinge is starting to break, there's a chance it's gonna come off a little early. So we're gonna have Derek get out of the way. This limb is coming up, but it's wanting to swing around pretty hard. Milwaukee drill doesn't quite have what it takes, so Isaiah's down there cranking by hand. She's making a lot of noise. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Here it comes. That butt's gonna drop violently, so be ready. All right, didn't go to plan, but it worked out. We're very thankful that it worked out as well as it did. So a couple of factors there that would have made that go a little bit smoother was just a little bit better alignment of cuts, and then I should have brought my Makita drill. It'll lift a little bit more than the Milwaukee will, and sometimes it's good to just get that thing lifted fast. That way it's not vulnerable for an extended period of time. All right, Derek's tying the ring rope on to a branch over there that leans just over the maple just a little bit. So what he's gonna do is he's gonna tie that on right above that union. He's gonna cut off right below the union. He's with his notch gonna steer the tips of the tree. He's gonna steer the tips of the top away from the maple just a little bit. That'll get them to clear, and then when the butt comes off, this rope, because we're really close here and we're really horizontal, this rope is gonna pull the butt away from that maple tree, and it'll all come down nice and clean. Won't tear up that maple. What happened there is our tips raked that maple tree a little bit harder than anticipated, still was gentle enough to not tear it up, so we're thankful for that. And then as you saw there, when it came off, that rope pulled the butt around, kept the butt out of the oak branches below, which would have been a problem, and the maple. Hey Derek, if you start to feel unstable, especially when that limb is clean, you can put your flip line on. Derek's making his way out on this limb here in order to tie the rope out towards the tips. He needs to get pretty far out, so that way the load on the drill isn't too much later. The farther out you go, the less load the drill has. Doing great, man. I wouldn't have done it any different. I do need you to go out to the next union to tie the rope, though. Okay, yeah, take your time. Just want to make sure you weren't settling in to tie a knot there. If you can tie it where your left hand is, that ought to be sufficient. Frank's down there. We got one rope man. We got a guy down there commandeering the rope man position. To be fair, he's a climber. He doesn't get to run ropes very often, so that's mighty fine.
Heads up.
I want to see you in chainsaw chaps and gym shorts. That would make me happy. Do you really? Well, no need to if you're on ropes. No, don't bother with it. I just was making a joke. Oh goodness, if they show up, they're going to be worried about more than your shorts. There's plenty of things. Put it below the union because the force will be the other direction on it. So when the limb is hanging, the rope is going to be pulling up towards the tips on the limb, as opposed to, when you rig something down upside down, the butt's up, you want to put above the union. Yeah, just so it doesn't slip. Yeah, just put it below the union. That's all. And not that big a deal. It'd be fine above too, but it's slightly better. No, you're doing fine. I was terse with my correction. I should have been slightly more gentle to raise less alarm. No, you weren't dumb. There was nothing dumb about it. It just I wasn't good at communicating. We weren't on the same page. Give him 1 second to get off the limb. So Derek, are you familiar with letting yourself back with your tail? You could always do that. You could hook it on that sprout. You could hook it on that limb that your foot is on. Give yourself a nice gentle ride back if you don't feel comfortable walking back. You don't have to use the whole thing. You can just use a bite too. Yeah, we're on the same page here. Just grab that whole loop and take a carabiner and just carabiner it to your bridge. That way, no matter what happens, if you let go on accident or you get tired or something, you're safe. There's enough friction in that system that it won't let you full, free swing. It'll slow you down plenty. So then it'll also give you the opportunity to kind of feel out what goes where and which one you need to hold tension on and that kind of thing. Frank's got the rope all wound up. He's got drill in hand. He's blipping the trigger on the electric equipment. There you go. Oh, you got the Makita? I should have brought my Makita too. I forgot. Now, you got a little twist in your rope right below your carabiner, so just be cautious of that. That'll bind up your friction and give you a bad experience. There you go. Okay, you're gonna start feeling which one has friction on it as you put weight on things.
Yep. I guess my fear is, I don't know if it's a fear, but it's the swinging down.
Yeah, that's a legitimate fear. It's okay. As long as you have hold of your tail, you can't swing. The tail may not be the best one to control and feel comfortable and solid about it. Your flip line is caught on a twig behind you. Go ahead and take your flip line off so that way you can go. Yep, very good, you're doing great. Are those ropes settled into that crotch yet? Behind you? Okay. I see one that's just a little bit stuck up, so it might, yep, there you go. It gave you a little bit of a tug. Okay, you're doing great, I'm not going anywhere. We got little ropes over top of ropes there. You're nice and safe where you're at, so if you want to put your flip line back on and sort those out with tension on your climbing rope like that, you're not going to go anywhere. You can even stay right there below it if you want, if you're comfortable. I think you're going to have to slack that stuff that you got tension on there in order to unpinch the rope. There you go. Take the carabiner off and just take it all apart and we'll realign it.
I'm just going to do it the way I can do it, if you don't mind.
Yeah,
Not upsetting or anything.
No.
I just happen to know.
If you got something that you know well, let's do that.
I don't know well, but
Yeah.
enough.
Stick, can I just recommend you stick it through the other way? There you go. That way you've got the control pieces in your hand on your side of the tree. Y'all lanyarded it out? Yeah, this is... No, this is the same thing, it just, I don't think his lanyard's long enough to do that. So go ahead and take your flip line off there.
Yeah,
You got it.
This is a problem.
Yeah, you gotta hold a lot of force in that line now. All that carabiner did was give you some mechanical advantage. It won't now though. I'm tracking. Do you know, are you familiar with the Munter hitch, Derek?
That's what I was trying to do.
Okay, yeah, if you want to take a minute to figure that out, you're stable. Well, stable is stable, no matter how you get there. There you go. Go ahead and take your flip line off so it doesn't get you all hung up. You're gonna need to keep keep your device off the limb a little bit if you can. I'm sorry, Derek. I put you through a traumatic experience over nothing. There you go. You should be far enough down your swing that you can probably undo those 3 wraps around that carabiner and you should be able to handle it with your own strength. Alrighty, we got another limb tied on. We're gonna do it in similar fashion to that last one. It's a little bit smaller, so we're hoping the drill will do it. We're gonna make the cuts a little better since we learned from the first one. Should go smoothly. All right, Derek, you see how your cut's not parallel with the limb? Or not perpendicular? You just gotta make sure that your bottom cut's the same way. That was the key thing last time around. Don't do any more pulling until Derek's ready for you. We want to get that hinge made up real nice. You like it? Okay, Derek, do you want to get out of the way before Frank lifts? That's what I love about this kind of rigging is you can get the climber away from it before you send it into motion. Okay, we're lifting just fine up there. It's coming up to greet me. Derek pointed the notch a little bit away from me, which is good. Notch is working good down there, and there it goes. Keep going on the drill down there, Frank. Very nice. Look at that. Good job, everybody. We got ourselves another big limb that we want to lift down there, but this top is in the way. So I'm going to try and get this top kind of slid out of here sideways. It's a bit of a risky setup. I think we can get it to go the way we want it to. We're going to cut up to our bottom side, get our hinge established there. Then we're going to cut the top side of our hinge slowly because this has a lot of side weight on it and we want it to start going sideways as soon as it can. Got to be careful we don't get ourselves into kickback there. There, starting to go. We're just going to let it do its work now. There we go. That was sick. Good job on the ropes down there, Isaiah. Mid? Oh my goodness. Derek's over here killing my enthusiasm. Oh my goodness. Well, as much as I'd like to take that thing whole, it's really big and our drill today just probably can't handle the whole thing. So I think we're gonna go up all the way to that unit over there, tie the rope on nice and high and probably cut it a little bit shorter. We'll probably slide that whole piece out nice and sideways and keep the rope nice and tight, and I think it'll go pretty good. That kind of rigging will be very similar to what we just did. There's a little bit of risk of the butt coming off and coming back and getting the climber, but if done correctly, we can do it nice and safe. Before we do all that, Derek's gonna do something similar with this limb on this side, try to get to slide off of that maple sideways real nice. Yep. It's cut off, Derek. I'd say kick it. Or let some slack back out of it. Oh, there it goes. Wow, it came right towards you, didn't it?
All right, drill some more, Isaiah.
Nah, I think I have to let it back.
Hey, hold on.
There it goes. There it goes. Alrighty. So what we should have done differently there, Derek, was aside from that branch being hung up there, it would have been good to have more distance between where the rope was tied and where the hinge was. I got my rig rope over here and I need to get over there, so I'm gonna see if I can swing a large part of the way here. Don't know if I can make it that far or not. Oh, I made it, just barely. Hanging on, hang on, hang on. Yep, I just barely made it. I made it. I did make it. All right, let's go on up here and tie a rope on. All right, we got a rope tied on up there. I'm gonna cut it right here. Now this piece leans out in such a way that it will on its own go this direction, but there's a lot of weight back here and I just don't feel confident enough in it, so I want to help it go this direction. So the way I can do that is I can either pull it up with the GRCS and point my notch slightly that direction, so that way as it comes up, it goes over, and what'll happen is eventually it'll keep pulling, keep pulling, keep pulling, then it'll break off at some point and slide on around. That would be acceptable. Or I can do the same thing with downward direction, where I could make my notch over here, point it kind of down towards the chimney there, and as they let the rope out, it'll sweep down around. Now in this scenario, we've got the roof down there, the chimney down there. I would rather go up than down just because we'll have better clearance. So I'm gonna go ahead, cut my notch, make my back cut. I'm gonna get out of here and then we'll send this thing with the GRCS. You guys want pre-tension? That's good, I think. You gotta be careful not cut too far and release it prematurely while I'm still here. Okay, it's sitting on my saw, so can you guys give it some more pre-tension? Keep going. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Stop there. Give it a little bit more. Stop there. Okay, we got a lot of force wrapped up in this situation, so I'm gonna get myself very clear of it, just in case something doesn't go the way I anticipate, because that possibility is always a reality. No, wait, that reality is always a possibility. That's what I meant. Not gonna go too far down, because I don't wanna be lower in the tree than the branch. Just swing right on over here. We'll get to this side of things. All right, go ahead and pull on that. Yep, keep going. See how it's going sideways there as it comes on up? I want you to stay on that drill and don't stop until I tell you to. Oh, you got a crank, the drill not doing it?
What is the battery at? Okay, get a new battery. Get a battery. Yep.
Okay, go ahead and pull. Looks like we're cranking. Oh, there it goes. There it goes, very nice. Oh, the drill's just at its maximum capacity.
We got a lot of friction right there across the...
Yeah, this ring there's a couple things that aren't ideal.
Well, no, it's against the whole tree.
Oh, it's rubbing against the tree a little bit. That doesn't help either, yep. Yep, 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 yep. Here it comes, it's almost there.
Oh boy.
Very nice. Yee-haw! Alrighty, fellas, you can go ahead and let that down, nice and easy. That's a bunch of tree. I love it. Now, it is important when we do something like that we don't send the piece straight over center. We don't want to pull it straight up then have the rope go slack and then the branch fall into the rope. That would be very bad. But what you saw there, the rope never went slack. It had tension on it the whole time, and that kept our dynamic loading minimal. Well, folks, we got kind of behind from goofing around so much in the morning, trying different stuff and whatnot. So I just had to lock in and focus and really hammer the rest of the tree out because I got a date with my wife tonight, and I cannot afford to be late. The fellows are still chipping up the remainder of the stuff. You can see the stem standing up there behind the house. I set a pull rope in it. They're gonna pull it over. I'll see if I can get Derek to send me a video of it and so I can share that with you guys. Well guys, thanks so much for watching all the way to the end. I'm sorry we didn't get to film the last little bits of getting the canopy out of the tree. We just had to go, and I just had to really focus on getting it done. If you made it this far, you must have liked the video, so do me a huge favor and hit that like button. It helps the channel and helps it make it easier for me to make videos like this for you. If you like this kind of video, be sure to subscribe. I got lots of videos coming about trees and the construction work that we do. I think you'll love it. I love you guys. We'll see you next time.